the girls on the opposite side. So if you can tell them apart and you know who's over there, let me know. I need to trade you places like me in the microphone?
Sure.
You go in front of me. You go in front of me.
Okay. There we go.
There we go. Okay. So I was just pointing out to the right of the screen. I guess we're facing the screen to the right of the screen. The girls are usually over there, but I don't know if it's the girls or the boys right now. Hi, Lori. Welcome in. And the reason I say that is because they almost always have the girls on the right, but at last night's Orca encounter, they had the boys on the right, so we don't know.
Today we got to release 10 NPC turtles. We are so proud to help Everyone Sea Turtles recover. These 10 sea turtles join the over 2,500 sea turtles that SeaWorld has already helped.
Yeah, the problem is that screen flickers during the day, so.
Yeah.
In the same spot as yesterday, or they may have went back to their normal, their usual spot. I don't know, regular spot, whatever you call it.
Tirelessly care for manatees in the wild through rescue and rehabilitation. However, today manatees face significant challenges going forward.
Said they have this orcas together in San Diego.
Oh, do they? I didn't know that. Hi, Cruise and Theme Park Guide, welcome in. And the Horse Girl, welcome in. The Horse Girl is saying the music live stream that is in I don't know, I haven't seen it here. Ash, good to see you. This is SeaWorld Orlando.
As opposed to an individual or certain species is really incredible for us to be able to do.
We have a dual live stream going on YouTube and TikTok, both, same channel name on both. For both YouTube and TikTok. Theme Park Maddie. Excuse me. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still, it's really glitchy during the day. See? It looks good in person, but I'm not going to show the trivia because it just gives me a headache.
I don't know. Looks like fine on mine. I don't know.
It's fine on yours. That's wild. If you want a horizontal view, you're also live on YouTube at the same time. And we have a horizontal view here to show you because it's not glitching on this. Maybe it's this one. Oh, Drew, you know all the answers. You couldn't go live stream it off. Yeah, we're just watching the Olympics. someone joins them on TikTok and asks you to turn the screen, which they do almost every live stream, you can let them know that you're live streaming on YouTube and see more on it, right?
Yeah. You bet.
Lori says she's been to SeaWorld a lot in San Diego. Fiona, welcome back. This is SeaWorld Orlando, yes. You trying to find us on the map? Just go there. I don't know if that's our current one. FitFitX. I don't know if that's our current one or if that's. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yep.
That's it?
Yep.
Yeah. That'll be easier to see the chat.
Anything was making sure that it was working.
Thank you. And making sure it's working, yes. I know, it's YouTube is easier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they tell you the names of SeaWorld? Yeah. San Diego, yeah. And this is SeaWorld Orlando.
Oh, I did have one interference line.
What?
I just have one little interference line that's just slowly moving up.
Isn't that crazy? His phone has his live stream on YouTube has the screen perfect. But for ours, it glitches like crazy signal.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for those of you
See how the
sitting in the
flashing?
first 15 rows,
Yep.
you are in the soak zone. There's a good chance that during our experience today, you'll be getting very, very wet. If you want to avoid getting soaked with ice-cold salt water, you might want to move to higher and drier ground.
They come from adversity and challenge. They come from farmhouses and high-rises. They're people like you and me, doing things we could never imagine.
Oh, that's on the live though.
And those who dedicate their lives to protecting others, we send our thanks and offer complimentary admission to any Busch Gardens or SeaWorld Park.
Hello everyone, my name is Haley. On behalf of all of us here at SeaWorld, I'd like to take this opportunity to show our support for the men and women of the armed forces and our first responders. We proudly welcome you and your families, and at this time we ask that any past or present members of the United States military, any of our allies from around the world, and all first responders to please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring these men, women, and their families. We thank you for your service. Orca encounter will begin in just a few moments, but first we'd like to share with you a short film about the Orcinus orca and its place in the world we all share.
The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface and is essential to all life, both in the sea and on the land. There's one animal that is the perfect ambassador for the ocean, and that's the Orcinus orca, or killer whale. In just a few minutes, you'll meet SeaWorld's killer whale. First though, let's find out more about these remarkable animals.
Could be. I think
Orcinus
you're
orca, or the killer whale,
somewhere you need to
is the
change it to like
largest
60 hertz or
mammal on
something.
Earth. They can be found throughout the ocean, all around the world, including in the Arctic, the Atlantic, the Southern, the Indian, and the Pacific Oceans. No other single marine species lives in as many different ocean habitats or is as directly reliant on as many different types of marine life as the killer whale. More than any other marine animal, the Orcinus orca is the very embodiment of our shared global ocean. Until about 2 decades ago, scientists didn't know that there were actually several different varieties or ecotypes of killer whales. With effort and observation, however, we discovered that there are actually 10 distinct ecotypes, each differing in size, behavior, diet, lifestyle, and appearance. A striking characteristic of the orca is their black and white skin. This camouflage is called destructive coloration. In a murky environment, this coloration can make them difficult to detect. Killer whales are counter-shaded. Their top surface is darker than their surface underneath. From below, looking up, they blend in with the light from above. From above, looking down, they're invisible against their outer plates. Killer whales are warm-blooded and breathe air just like we do. Killer whales are the largest members of the Dolphinidae, or dolphin family. As you can see, they have impressive physical characteristics. Orcas have keen eyesight, both above and below the water. The dorsal fin of an adult male can be up to 6 feet in height. Powerful pectoral flippers and tail flip can propel them through the water at a high rate of speed with great maneuverability. Their top speed is nearly 30 miles per hour. Killer whales use echolocation to hunt and to communicate. Communication is also accomplished through tail slaps, breaching, and vocalizations. You'll experience a variety of natural killer whale behaviors during orca encounters today. We asked our whales to replicate natural behaviors such as breaching, spy hopping, and tail slaps. While awe-inspiring and entertaining for our guests, these behaviors are also essential to maintaining the health and well-being of the killer whales in our care. Much remains to be understood regarding the Orca's orca. One thing we do know, however, is that across the globe, they face real challenges as the general health of the prey populations and habitats on which killer whales depend suffer due to changes in the environment. In just a few moments, you'll encounter SeaWorld's killer whales and learn even more about these fascinating animals. As the most widely distributed mammal on Earth, the killer whale is uniquely positioned to represent the beauty, power, and fragility of the ocean.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sarah. On behalf of the entire killer whale training team, I would like to welcome you to Orca Stadium. Being a part of SeaWorld's mission is more than just a job. We are proud of what we do, and it is a privilege for us to care for, build relationships with, teach, and learn from these amazing animals. Now more than ever, we are honored to share our relationships with the whales and what we have learned with all of you. And now, SeaWorld proudly presents Orca Encounter.
interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
Yes, you're showing the boys, I'm showing the girls. What side is it gonna be?
Nope.
Girls.
Girls.
Yes, it's the girls and the boys on that side.
They just opened it. Or whoever's on that side.
I'm saying yesterday they had it swapped.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle. Thanks, Ash. It's so fast. That was the Orca Dolphins.
Yeah.
The song gonna be stuck in your head.
Yeah.
And that was Nalani and Malia, two members of our killer whale family demonstrating their incredible size, speed, power, and complex learning abilities. These behaviors keep our whales active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whale family has inspired generations all over the world, and we are so excited to share their stories with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We are going to see all of that and more. These behaviors contribute to an environment that is full of enrichments.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Today, you'll see our whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors strengthen social bonds and enable them to problem solve as a group. Working together as a team makes them the ocean's top predator. Scientifically known as Orcinus orca, more commonly referred to as killer whales, here at SeaWorld we know them as Milani, Malia, Trua, and Makayo, our killer whale family. SeaWorld's animal training techniques create a language between us and the whales. It's a language of learning through positive reinforcement, encouragement, commitment, and care. Through these techniques and our relationships, the whales learn to trust us and even learn to take an active role in their health and well-being. Right now, Makayo is demonstrating a position in which we would ask for a voluntary blood sample. He's rolled ventrally or upside down and presented his tail flips. Now, as you can see, this gives us a great look at his entire body, but more importantly, it gives us access to blood vessels that can be easily seen on the white undersides of his tail flips. Our veterinarians collect a blood sample at least once a month, and our whales are trained to remain calm and relaxed throughout the entire procedure. Now, as trainers, we are always rubbing down or massaging the whales, whether on their backs, pectoral flippers, their bellies, or even those tail flips. The whales have very sensitive skin, and this is one of the ways we can reward them for remaining calm through procedures like this. But it's also a great way for us as trainers to strengthen our relationships with the whales. Now, blood samples are one of the many important diagnostics that we need to have with our whales. Another very important diagnostic, however, is weighing our whales. We can weigh our killer whales by asking them to slide their entire bodies onto a giant killer whale size scale that we have located here in one of our adjacent habitats. For you all today, we're going to ask the largest member of our killer whale family to demonstrate that right here in the slide out area. Now you'll notice that once Trua is up here, a portion of his body, from the dorsal fin on the back to the tail flips, is still going to be in the water. Now that's the powerhouse of the whale. It's called the peduncle. It's very heavy and very muscular. In fact, a natural athletic behavior that we see in all killer whales is the ability to lift that portion of their body with such force, they can completely turn before re-entering the water. So in this scenario, to make sure we're weighing the entire whale, we'll simply ask them to lift that peduncle up and out of the water. Training this posture enables us to ensure accuracy, so we can make sure that our younger whales are growing properly and that our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales and for us.
So we just learned that killer whales love to play. They actually learn a lot by playing through mimicry and observational learning. From a very young age, killer whales are learning important life skills by playing games like follow the leader with their mothers and other whales. And today we're going to put that to the test with our killer whale family and all of you. Are you guys ready to have some fun? Now left side of the stadium, everyone in front of me, stay where you are but stand up. We're going to play a killer whale-sized game of follow the leader where Makayo is watching all of you. So when I say go, put your arms to your side and spin in a circle 2 times. Ready, set, go! And he's got it! Awesome job, everyone. Thank you all so much for participating. Now, as you can see, Makayo was paying very close attention to you all. Killer whales are very curious animals and can often be seen sky hopping or completely jumping out of the water to get a better look around. Makayo's going to demonstrate that at center stage. Give him a big cheer! Now, right side of the stadium, to help out with giving a signal, go ahead and stand up. You're all going to help ask Trua for behavior called a breach. The signal's going to back out towards the sky. Ready, set, go. Awesome breach signal, everyone, and Trua's off. Now, killer whales can breach for a variety of reasons. Sometimes to stun their prey, sometimes to scratch an itch, or sometimes just to show off. More often than not, it's to let everybody know that they have arrived. Welcome to the soap zone, everyone. Thank you all so much for participating. Let's hear it one more time for Trua and the Coyote. SeaWorld's research and observation of the killer whales in our care has shed light on many of the mysteries surrounding these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that would be impossible to obtain in the wild. Some information, however, can only be gained by conducting field research. And that's why SeaWorld partners with organizations such as the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to help further advance global education. Now, as we have learned, killer whales are powerful animals. Perhaps the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales eat the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
So killer whales create waves when they hunt and use their powerful tail fins to stun their prey. You're about to get a demonstration. For our whales, it's a high-energy exercise session, but for all of you, it means it's time to get wet! In the wild, killer whale diets depend on where they live and the time of year. Unfortunately, overfishing, pollution, and other factors are having serious impacts on some killer whale populations.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassadors of the ocean, limitless, connected, powerful, but still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable. Don't give up. Be inspired.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference. All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
Thank you.